Hi, I'm Chef Joe Mele and welcome back to Pasta More, Pasta with Love. Today on Pasta More, in celebration of National Pasta Month, we have very few days left. It's October 28th. I want to get one more video in before the end of Pasta Month. So what seems to be a popular item is creating pasta sauces. So this is the second in the series of creating your favorite pasta sauces. Today we're going to be particularly focusing on three sauces. One, pasta alla carbonara, which is many times made incorrectly. I want to show you how to do it the proper way today. The other one is ever popular pasta alla vodka. Okay, and the third one is a sauce from Tuscany that you may or may not have seen before. It's a prosciutto and mushroom sauce with Paglia Fieno pasta. That means the straw and hay, the green and white tagliarini that we made earlier in our videos. So let's jump right in. Let's start with the pasta alla carbonara. First thing, a little history about the carbonara. The name carbonara in Italian means charcoal or coal burner style. So what does that really mean to us? Well, there's a couple different versions. One is that this was made for the men who tended to the wood, who produced charcoal for fuel. And this was supposedly sent out to them while they were on their job, and it was named after them. The other, maybe a little bit more plausible, is the finished product has specks of black pepper in it, which remind people of specks of coal in their pasta. So either way, just a little tiny bit of history on the name carbonara. Okay. All right. So we are going to be dealing with one of my most favorite Italian ingredients, and that is pancetta. Okay, and pancetta is an Italian bacon that obviously is the pork belly that is cured but not smoked. Okay, it has a little bit more meat to it than our traditional American bacon, and yet it does not have the smoke in it. So I've got it diced up really fine, really small dice. Okay, I put a little butter in the pan to help it along, and we're going to put the pancetta in our pan, and we're going to cook this until it renders its amazing, delicious fat. Okay, get a little crispy. Okay, and then we're going to add some chopped garlic. Okay, now why do I say people make it wrong? Many versions I see carbonara simply laden with cream. Technically there's no cream in carbonara. Okay, some people have taken Alfredo sauce and added bacon to it and called it carbonara. Couldn't be further from the truth. Okay, yes, obviously if you didn't have pancetta, could you use finely diced bacon? Sure you could. It's just going to be a little smokier in flavor. But classically it's pancetta, or even more classically it's guanciale, which is the pork cheek. Okay? This is typically a Roman dish. Okay? And it's very simply done. So what gives it its creamy texture if there's no cream in it? What we do is we take egg yolks, okay, Parmigiano cheese, right, and off the heat at the end we're going to fold in our egg yolks. I added a little bit of chicken stock to our egg yolks just to give us a little more liquidy, a little more creamy effect to it. Alright, so we're going to take that off the heat and we're going to fold it into our pasta dish, and that's going to create the creaminess. Add the Parmesan cheese, add our crushed black pepper, and there you have your charcoal burner pasta. It's already smelling amazing. Okay, crisping up nicely. It's releasing a lot of that beautiful fat. All right, so I'm going to drain off some of this fat, and I like to save it for use in other preparations. Pancetta drippings is like gold. So you want to keep it stirring, keep it moving so that you don't scorch it, obviously. And I've got my water on here because this is a quick pasta. Once the sauce is made, it's bang bang. I'm going to run the pasta through. We're going to, in this case, we're going to do some tagliatelle or some fettuccine carbonara. All right. So now we got a nice golden brown crispy. I'm going to drain off a little bit of that excess drippings. Turn off my heat for a moment. And I'm going to add a little garlic. Okay, so that aroma from the garlic is releasing, giving it a beautiful aroma. While that's just slowly simmering, I'm going to cut our tagliatelle and have that ready for the pasta water. I've already gone ahead and did our sheets, our sfoglia. In the interest of time, didn't want to go through that whole pasta making routine again because we've done it plenty of times now. Now we're just utilizing those sheets. So I've probably got enough here, maybe for about 2 portions. And if you remember, this is going to cook really, really quick. Okay? Now, if I want to, I'm going to add just a touch of that fat back in there, just to help our garlic along. And I like to get a little. Already. Be careful about the salt. The salt is given off from the pancetta. So before you actually season this dish, you really want to find out the level of salt in the final dish, because you're also going to add some Parmesan cheese, which also contains a salt factor. Okay? And then I will also, if I need to, incorporate some of the pasta water in with the carbonara. Okay? Alright, so we're going to help that along by covering our pan, get that up to a boil quicker. While we're waiting for that to return to the boil, I want to talk to you a little bit about the next dish, which is pasta alla vodka. Okay, pasta alla vodka in recent years has become pretty much a mainstay in Italian restaurants. It's one of a very popular but inexpensive pasta dish. Lots of flavor. Okay, it's basically a pink sauce. You're looking at it's the combination of cream, tomatoes, in addition to prosciutto, basil, garlic, shallots, butter, and we can't forget the vodka. Finished off by folding in, again, freshly grated Parmesan cheese. Okay, so this one here, we aren't going to use the fresh pasta. Typically, pasta alla vodka incorporates some kind of a dry pasta shape. So we are going to, today we're going to use a little penne ziti. Okay, it's a cross between a penne pasta and a ziti. Okay, and it's going to blend itself really, really well with the pasta alla vodka sauce. Okay, all right, let's check our, almost, we got a little smoke coming out of here. The last dish that we're going to do today is a, like I said, it's from Tuscany. We're going to incorporate some dried porcini mushrooms which have been soaking, right? And we're going to use regular cultivated mushrooms. Whatever blend of mushrooms that you want to use for that dish. You know, you can get some oyster mushrooms, shiitakes, some, like I said, the porcinis. Any wild mushroom mixture you want to use, the more exotic, even the better. Okay? So that one's going to get incorporated with, again, prosciutto, mushrooms, garlic, shallots, cream, some beef stock or veal stock, okay, basil, lemon juice to brighten up that dish a little bit, and obviously we're going to finish it with cream and Parmesan cheese again. So a lot of good stuff coming up. All right, we're going to go back now and, okay, our pasta is just about ready to go. I'm going to get my tongs here. My heat back on here. Reheat this a little bit. And I have my tagliatelle, fettuccine, all ready to go. So, we're going to put that right in the water, così. And we're going to... Now remember, what's it, about 2 minutes to cook fresh pasta, pasta fresca? All right. We're going to go right from here into here. We're not going to go take this to the sink and put it in a strainer, right? We're going to lift it up out of there, toss it in this pancetta garlic mixture, okay? Turn the heat off, fold in our egg yolks, toss it with some Parmesan, hit it with some black pepper, and done, okay? Hasn't come back up to the surface yet. I'm just going to check it. A little bit more. And don't forget, I've already seasoned the pasta water with the salt, right? We want to taste it, make sure it tastes like the sea. So again, you probably don't want to add any more salt to this dish because your pasta water has been salted. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to collect all my noodles here. Drizzle a little bit. You heard that sizzle? Okay, that pan's nice and hot. Okay, so now I toss my pasta in there. I'm tossing this with my pancetta. Bellissima. So now it's off the heat. I turn the heat off, right? I'm going to put in my egg yolks. I'm going to hit it with my Parmigiano. And I'm going to toss again. Now you could see the egg yolks, the heat of the pasta is just cooking those egg yolks enough to where it's clinging to the pasta, making this a little creamy effect. I'm going to use the rest of this here, put it right in. Beautiful. Okay. Got cheese in there, consolidated, coagulated, made for a nice thick creamy sauce. Alright, let's plate this one up. And then you see this beautiful creamy effect it has. I'm going to hit it with the fresh pepper. So, we have the finished pasta alla carbonara. You can see the little black flecks representing the carbonara or the charcoal burner name. Okay, so we're going to go in and get a little of this flavor. Okay, your pasta, oh my god. The first thing I get is the black pepper, okay, a little crunchy, and then it gives way to the cheese and the egg, the pancetta, and you have a nice creamy sauce here, okay, no cream, creamy sauce without the cream, okay, so that's pasta alla carbonara, okay, first one done. How quick, right? I need one more bite. Okay, good. So now we're going to switch gears, okay? And we're going to go to the pasta alla vodka. And if I can find the paper towels, I would be just... Ah, here they are. Thank you. All right, so start out with our vegetables, which are garlic and shallots. Are going to get sweated in the butter first. Now, this one here, I'm going to start cooking the pasta already. Only because this is dry pasta, it takes a long time to cook. This sauce is such a quick sauce that by the time this pasta is cooked, my sauce will be done. So, I'm going to put in enough for our serving here. Alright. Alright, so let's get some butter into the pan again. Okay, butter in the pan. Now this time I want to do what? I want to get both my garlic and shallots. Okay, we didn't use shallots in with the carbonara. Garlic and shallots are such a great combination of flavors. Okay, just get those in there sauteing. This one I'm going to add now. While that's sauteing a little bit, I'm going to grab my prosciutto. Okay, I've got strips of prosciutto that's been sliced ahead of time. Now I don't want to get this, it's just starting to lightly turn brown. I'm ready to put in my prosciutto. toss that. All right, we want a quick saute on that. Give our pasta a stir. Okay. Now, that comes the part everybody loves. Okay, the only thing I'm sauteing is my garlic shallots prosciutto. Off the fire, I'm going to hit it with my vodka. And then I'm going to dip that right in the flame. Okay, I'm going to create a little flambe action. Okay, this is going to flavor the pasta, but the alcohol will all be burned off. Okay, once the flames stop, that's pretty much a telltale sign that the alcohol in the vodka has burned off. Okay, so now that my alcohol is burned off, I'm going now, okay, I'm going to add in, I'm going to hand crush my tomatoes. This is about a 1 14-ounce can, maybe. One of those small thin cans of tomatoes, hand crushed, okay? A little bit of the juice that's in there, okay? Alright, so my heat's back on. I'm going to incorporate those tomatoes, let that cook down a little bit. Okay. So we just want to lightly cook those. Okay, now we're going to add our fresh basil. And by the way, this is chiffonado basil, right? Thin strips of fresh basil. Break up the chunks of your tomato a little bit. And now we're going to add our cream. Okay, so that's about a cup of heavy cream. Again, going back in there, incorporate that. Now, what I'm going to do here, there's where we get the pink sauce that we talked about. Okay, we have that whole pink look going on. And then let this reduce a little bit, right? We got to get it thick enough. And we're going to fold in our Parmesan cheese. Okay, we're going to taste it for seasonings. And now we're going to go back and check the status of our noodles. Okay. They are almost perfect right now. Okay, let's fold in our parm. I have to give this a taste. It just looks so amazing. This one I'm going to hit with a touch of salt in here. Okay? Now, pasta is like perfect right now. I'm going from here to here. Alright, seems to be. Hey, we're going to give this a toss. A little more Parmigiano in there. Now, we got a plate. We're ready. Okay. We're letting that pasta really get saturated by that sauce in there. That's why we cook it a little al dente and let it finish cooking in the sauce a little bit. Okay, here we go. Oh, I could just take a steam bath in there. Okay, let's get some of that. A little more of that sauce up on top. Off there. We're going to finish it with, again, a little more grated Parmigiano, a little fresh basil up on top. Okay, and then we have our pasta alla vodka. Okay, it wouldn't be complete if we didn't go in and get a taste. The texture of this sauce, smooth, velvety. Okay, you can kind of see that that coating of that pink sauce, and it totally envelops. That's why you should use a noodle or a dry pasta shape for this sauce. You want something that's going to get every bit of that deliciousness. Okay, pasta alla vodka, number 2 down. Alright, so now, last sauce on the agenda today is our Tuscan. Again, our Tuscan prosciutto mushroom sauce. Now we're going to start with, guess what, more butter. You'd almost think we were in France. These particular sauces call for butter. Okay, back on again. Actually, this one here I'm going to even incorporate some of that beautiful pancetta juice in there. Right, all about the flavors. Alright, so get that going, and now we spoke about the porcini mushrooms, dry porcinis. Don't be afraid of those, okay? These, I don't know if you can see these or not, but these are really woody, really earthy mushrooms, but look how soft and pliable they become once they've been soaking. Right? Just a little warm tap water is all you need, maybe for about an hour or so. Okay? So, we are going to go in with, again, our aromatics, right? Our shallots, our garlic, alright, this time our prosciutto, right? This one gets the prosciutto as well. Okay, our regular mushrooms, and right out of the water I'm putting in my porcini mushrooms that have been rehydrated. Okay, I'm going to let that simmer for a little bit. A little season in there. A little toss. This is a really, really earthy, kind of umami flavoring with those deep mushroom flavors. Okay. Now to brighten this up, we're going to take a squeeze of fresh lemon. Okay. 1 whole lemon. All right, now a little hearty beef broth in here. While that's simmering, I'm going to go and cut our noodles. Now we're using the Paglia cutter. So we're going to do half white, half green. It's going to represent straw and hay. Beautiful spinach pasta here. And you're going to see the color of this pop as soon as it hits the water. Okay. I'm going to go back over here, check our sauce. Time to add the cream. Parmigiano. And we're gonna let that reduce a little bit, let that cook down. Gotta go in and check the flavor. It's really woodsy from those porcinis, and then I have that brightness of the lemon juice. So now I'm gonna hit it with my herbs. Okay, I need to save a little bit of that. I got some fresh basil, and this time chopped Italian parsley. Okay, so you'd be surprised by the time you start with all your ingredients that you got your two kinds of mushrooms, your garlic, your shallots, get the prosciutto in there, and by the time you add your broth, your cream, your cheese, the dish is grown. Okay, so we have an abundant amount of sauce here. Obviously we're not going to use all that sauce on this. We're going to use what we need. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to drop in our beautiful straw and hay pasta. Give that a quick stir, and you could see how bright that green all of a sudden just became. It just popped. Alright, so that's so fine, so thin, that it's not going to take long to cook at all. So, I need to make a little room for plating the final dish. Ooh, almost plated it right in the sink. Alright, so it's floating. Okay. Now look, I don't know if you can see that beautiful, gorgeous green color right out of the water. That's going to go right in our sauce. Give this a little toss in our sauce. Shut off our heat. we have that done. We're going to take some of our mushrooms, our prosciutto, and a little bit of that sauce right over the top. A little more chiffonade of fresh basil. Again, kind of re-enhancing that whole green look to it. And you have Paglia Fieno with prosciutto and mushroom sauce from Tuscany. Okay? Bellissima. It isn't bellissima till I say it's bellissima. Please don't ever use a spoon to use your pasta, right? You know that's a mortal sin in Italy. This pasta is so delicate. It's so delicate. That sauce, it's a little on the thin side and it coats that pasta nicely. You don't want a really strong, overpowering sauce with this kind of a pasta, right? So we want to get a little bit of our mushroom, our woodsy porcini mushrooms, and a little salty prosciutto. I urge you to try this one. Come on over. House is open. Ciao, ciao for now.